Greetings, my name is Neosekken, and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Devil on G-string. So, Kyosuke, how's about we start making plans on taking Tsubaki out on a first date, shall we?
Ohayo?
Morning. Tsubaki's smile was the first thing my hazy eyes saw today.
ね、一緒に学園行こうって話だったけど、私、制服持ってきてないから。
Yeah, I guess that would be a problem, wouldn't it? Oh, right. Of course she didn't.
一度帰るね。また学園で会おう。
Yeah.
それじゃあ、ご飯作っておいたから。
Oh, that's sweet of you. What'd you make? Oh, really? Actually, something smells pretty good. I guess it's wafting in from the kitchen. Sorry, I'll pay you for it. Naturally, I went looking for my wallet.
寝ぼけてるの？お金なんているわけないよ。
Well, I can't just eat for free. Wait, why can't I?
聞いてもいいかな。私って、
After all, this girl's not just a classmate anymore. Yeah, you're my girlfriend. She's more like family.
よろしくね、京介くん。
A refreshing new day began. Family that you apparently don't mind sleeping with, right?
ああ、京介。昨日はよくもばっくれてくれたな。
And hey, speaking of depravity, I see a good, fine example of such a thing right in front of me. Hello, you little troll. What the hell, kid? I skip all the time. You never get on my ass like that.
まあな。だがよ、椿も無断で休んだんだぜ。
Jeez.
さすがの俺ちゃんもよ、あの椿がばっくれかますとさすがに心配ぶっこいちゃうわけだよ。というわけで、お前なんか知らね？
We went riding on a unicycle. I wonder.
ああ？
Hey, face. Too close. I can hear you from over there.
たくよ、パーティーも中止だし、なんか最近椿に振り回されるんだよな。
I would argue that Kanon's been doing that more, but eh. So, Tsubaki still isn't here.
なんか職員室に行ってたぜ。
Why?
俺が知るかよ。お前の方が詳しいんじゃねえの？
He started cursing with a terrifying, hilarious expression. This Joker. He may be a dumbass, but his instincts are strangely accurate. I don't even want to think about what he's going to do after he finds out about my relationship with Tsubaki. I'd be quite curious to see. How much of a commotion is he gonna make?
じゃ、今日部活だからな。
Huh? Sure, why not? You know, I don't mind playing God again today, so I'm all for it too. I answered without thinking.
みんなおはよう。
I can play God later. Tsubaki danced into the classroom, full of energy.
いやー、椿ちゃん、心配したんだよ。
And thus Eiichi began his flattery.
ごめんね。昨日のことだよね。
僕心配でペットの餌を買いに行くの忘れちゃったよ。どうしてくれるの？
I'm just thankful that you're most certainly lying here, otherwise I'd feel real bad for these pets of yours.
ごめんね。今先生にもお話ししてきたんだけどね。
病気でもしてたの？
昨日ずる休みしてたの。
え？リアル？
Tsubaki's single phrase had enough destructive power to knock Eiichi back into his true self for an instant.
昨日だけじゃなくて、この前も午前中遅れてきたことがあったけど、それも大した理由じゃなかったの。
ああ、そうなの？なんでまた？
遊びたかったの。
Tsubaki spoke without a shred of worry.
だから、先生に謝罪してきたの。
へえ。
Heiichi must have found it a little overboard that she went out of her way to do that. And I agree with him.
心配かけてごめんね。ちょっと最近イライラしてて。でも、もう平気だから。
Tsubaki expressed a full-on smile, happily went to her seat, and started to mark the attendance. What the hell does even mean?
いや、燃えるなーって、マジいい子じゃん、なんつうの。俺みたいな悪には眩しすぎるっつうの。
Weeb. Are you into older girls?
いや、椿のあの母性プラス世話系お姉ちゃんみたいなスメルもいいわけだよ。
Smell of a mother figure or an older sister who likes to take care of people. Didn't know that there was such a scent.
朝起きたら何も言わずにトーストとスクランブルエッグが出てきそうじゃん。レタスも添えて。
I'm perfectly fine with just a toast and eggs, personally. I couldn't help but stay quiet.
どうした？
Nothing. Damn it, kid, will you get your face out of mine? Before long, we were eating lunch at the usual place. Hello, Usami. After arriving early at the rooftop, Usami called to me.
この前はどうもご無礼。
What do you mean, thanks? If you were grateful, you wouldn't have accused me of being a criminal.
犯人じゃないんですか？
You're stubborn, you know that? Do you have any proof at all?
ナイス。
Wow, okay. That's kind of a stark contrast to when you exposed my little scheme towards Kanan a few episodes back. Sami was playing for bangs, as always.
どう思います？自分の推理。
Well, if I were the criminal, I would say that well, they're shit, especially considering that you've just flat out admitted you have no evidence to support your earlier accusations, so it would benefit me to keep up the charade. What do I think? If you're not confident about it, then don't start spouting it.
いやいや、あなたがどうしても「いえほら」っていう勢いだったから、私は仕方なく口を開いたまでです。
Look, I don't care. Just don't suspect me again, okay? If you didn't care, you wouldn't have asked in the first place.
すいませんね。一応浅井さんが犯人でもそれなりに筋は通るんで、つい。
Yeah, it really would, wouldn't it? Usami's hair lowered and began to swing like willow branches.
はるちゃん、ちょっといいかな？
Tsubaki called to us from afar.
おや？
What, Usami?
いえ、椿の顔色が良くなったなと。
Tsubaki jogged over to Usami.
はるちゃん、ごめんね。
Tsubaki suddenly bowed a bit.
最近、きつく当たってたでしょ？はるちゃんは精一杯やってくれたんだよね。廃墟の探索とかしたんでしょ？お父さんから聞いたんだけど、女の子が一人で行っていいようなもんじゃないって。
Usami was silent for a moment, then solemnly opened her mouth.
私ももう警察に連絡しろという気はない。
本当？
椿たちが犯人の報復を恐れたとしても、それは責められるようなことではないと反省した。悪かった。何も力になれなくて。
I alone tilted my head quizzically. Ignore this bastard's confusion. We've all made up now, so I vote we all go out for ramen. Usami will pursue rationality wherever it may lead her. I don't know. I would argue that vengeance in of itself isn't exactly rational. She probably realizes that even if they became involved, the police would say it's much too late now that things have progressed this far. There's been a decent amount of time since the incident. As the victims, Tsubaki and her family probably don't remember it vividly enough for testimonies, and Mawu might have destroyed all evidence already.
はるちゃん、ひどいこと言ったりして、ほんとごめんね。これからは大丈夫だから。
Yes, please
仲良
do.
くしてね。
It'd probably be best for me to leave. Why? It's not like they're gonna make out or something. There was nothing for me to do in the classroom either, so I thought of sending a text message to Tsubaki. No, knowing her, there's no chance she actually brought her phone to school. I just call Miki-chan.
京介く
What?
ん、何驚いてるの？電話？
You finished talking to Asami already?
はるちゃんがもういいからって言ってくれたの。
That's great. Asami was being pretty annoying, but you were acting a bit strange yourself.
はるちゃんには本当に申し訳なく思ってるよ。
Her voice just got quieter and quieter.
ね、私、嫉妬してたんだと思う。
Well, that's certainly part of it. I won't deny that.
はるちゃんが京介くんのこと好きなんじゃないかって思うと、いても立ってもいられなくなってたの。
I even invited Asami to my room once. I thought you might have been worried about that.
最初は
You didn't, you
いけない
liar.
気持ちだなって思ってたんだけど、途中から何がいけないんだろうって思い始めて、最後にははるちゃんなんて許せるわけないってイライラしてたの。
Oh, well. It was a good experience at least, right?
もう二度と味わいたくないけどね。
Who would? She tearfully stuck out her tongue.
今日会ってもらえる？
No, I got work. Yeah, sure. Oh, wow. You actually said yes. I hesitated, but there was no reason to refuse. Oh, but I won't be available until late tonight. There's some things I need to take care of. Spoke too soon. Some insignificant things like club activities. That's not work, so I guess I didn't speak too soon?
いいよいいよ。私もいろいろ溜まってることあるから、ひろあきとさえを迎えに行って、その後お母さんを病院送って。
Sounds exhausting.
あと、一番溜まってるのは日記かな。
She flipped it open and perused it for a moment.
そういえば、京介くんってお昼いつもパンだよね。
At least 3 days stale. Yeah.
明日から私が作ってもいいかな。
Tsubaki asked my permission, embarrassed. I too was afraid that someone in the class would hear. I don't usually like attention.
ダメかな。
Except when you do. Isn't that right, Playboy? Still, in the face of that fawning voice, I couldn't help but nod. Attaboy. No, it's a yes. That'd be great. I answered curtly.
ありがとう。大好き。
My knees almost buckled. I was planning to remind her to not expose our relationship, but thanks to her declaration, I forgot. I didn't feel quite right for the rest of the day. Well, you'll get used to it. And yet I still ended up going to the club.
クビ。
Very scary.
解雇されること。
Oh, Sami's participating.
乳首。胸部中央に歯を唱えたとき。生首。 とても怖い。Wanna be?
So, I got a question. When exactly did we start inviting Usami to this? Not that I'm complaining. I'm just curious. Maybe I'll explain in just a minute. Hello, everyone. The role of God this week will be again played by me, Azai Kyosuke.
わあ、おお、ワクワクしますね。
Yeah, well, this god has a puppet master pulling his strings, and his name is Neosekken. So don't forget to throw a little worship my way too, mortals.
そうだね。
Hey, what the hell is Usami doing here? You're just now registering her presence?
Huh?
Hey, Eiichi! I thought this lab equipment storage room was our Jerusalem!
イエルサレムって。いちいち若干滑りたがるんだよね、神は。残念ですよね。
What the? What's with you two? Are you two in this together?
自分はもともと絵的地派ですよ。
There are factions now? Whatever. What do you want today, human scum?
用というか、まあ、ね。
Okay. What the mortal Usami wants is yeah. Okay? Now, what about you, troll?
ねえ。
Apparently they both want yeah. What the fuck is yeah? Huh? How disgusting. Stop being around the bush and repent.
とりあえず H さん、やっておしまいなさい。
I'm being besieged!
OK。
Wait. You intend to rebel against God?
じゃあ言わせてもらいますがね。言っちゃえ。浅井京介さんが念願かなって椿とギュッポギュッポしたようです。
So squeezing was lewd? Gah!
おや、心当たりが終わりなようで。やっておしまいなさい、H さん。オッケー。
Wait. What on earth are you talking about?
この後に及んだ言い逃れとは見苦しい。やっておしまいな。
I said wait!
すでにネタは上がってんだよ。
What material? What are you gonna do? Material?
証拠という意味です。
Oh, now you got some evidence to show, huh? I know that, asshole. What kind of material is it? Talk.
簡単な推理だよ、ホームズ君。
Who are you? Who are you to present your opinions to Holmes?
いや、ついさっき椿にね。ねえ。
Tsubaki just...
直で宣言されましてね。
UK?
京介くんの彼女になりましたって。
ギャ
いきなりそんなこと言われてもね。いや、椿はだからも減るんだよ。
Why? In front of everyone? Tsubaki! Damn, it's all over now. Should have told her.
言い訳はそれだけですか。じゃ、とりあえずやっておしまいなさい、ふださん。
Dragon Ball reference? First, you talk down to Holmes. Now you command Frieza? Goodbye. He leaves me with a glare, as if looking at something dirty. Well, I'm sorry, Eiichi, but you were too slow to act, and now someone else came along and snatched me away. Hey, wait.
京介には失望したぜ。
Well, I'm impressed. He actually looks genuinely sad for once. With a sigh full of deep contempt, Eiichi fled the storage room.
浅井さん。
What do you want, you bitch? Have you not done enough damage already? What did she do, you cunt?
いえ、それにしても椿ですか。
You got a problem with that?
自分の数少ない友人の一人ですし、ぜひぜひ幸せにしてください。
This whole thing is becoming quite the nightmare.
ま、後のことは私に任せてください。
You mean the thing with Mao? What are you talking about? The rest of what?
例えば、魔王とかです。
I thought you were convinced I was Mao. Usami's always so aloof, so I have no idea what she's thinking about.
例えば、身代金ダッシュ、覚えてますよね。私はまんまと空のケースを運んでしまいましたが、後でよくよく考えたら、それなりに見えたものがあるんです。
I'm Mao, and I copied the coin locker key beforehand, right?
そういう可能性も完全に捨てきれるものではないなと思っていますがね。
I can't deal with this chick anymore. Well, I'm going out with Tsubaki. This shouldn't have anything to do with you. After pausing for a few seconds, Usami finally, softly nodded.
一つだけいいっすか？
The atmosphere wouldn't permit a refusal. Just what is it with her?
幸せにね、京介くん。
The girl before me said this with a slightly lonely expression. She genuinely likes him, doesn't she? Usami turned around and left. She never turned back. A lonely feeling welled up within me, but it was only temporary. I'm very forgetful after all, much to humanity's detriment. The feeling nostalgia I experienced from Usami calling out my name would surely soon disappear into the farthest reaches of my memory. Nostalgia? From that? Why? I left school and headed for Tsubaki's house. The moment I arrived, I was mobbed by her family. As you deserve.
あ、来たな。彼氏来た。
Wait a second, get off me.
浅井くんいらっしゃい。ご飯まだだよね。
もちろん食べていくよね。君もうちの家族なんだからね。
Oh, so I get to be called son, but Tsubaki doesn't get to be called a daughter or something? Pardon? Please, God. Hey, Tsubaki, please don't tell me even your dad. I asked her in almost a whisper.
隠してるのもなんだから。
Why don't you just go up and tell my daddy all about this too while you're at it? Seriously. She answered with a smile. Fine, but why'd you tell Eiichi and Usami?
あれ、ダメだったかな。
I guess there's no reason you shouldn't. Oh well. It would have gone out someday anyway. So stop bitching about it. Might as well give up. It's what you're good at. Thanks for inviting me.
よーし、浅井くん。いや、京介と呼ばせてもらおうかな。
We've moved on to first name basis.
京介お兄ちゃん、お姉ちゃんをよろしくね。よろしくね。
This house really has a lively atmosphere. The kids chimed in under the father's leadership.
はい、京介くん、いっぱい食べてね。
A mountain of rice sat on the table.
お姉ちゃん、お嫁さんだ。そう？嬉しいな。
I ate without a sound.
おいしい？
Tsubaki just kept looking at me. Dinner was beef and potato stew. It's good. It's beefy and potatoey.
ほんと？嬉しいな。
The atmosphere is rapidly becoming awkward. I can't help feeling out of place here.
お父さん。私の肉じゃが、やっぱり美味しいって。
本当かい京介くん。美味しいって言わされてるんじゃないのかい？
Please don't mention the word blackmailing to me anytime soon, sir. Not sure how to respond to that one. In any case, eating with her parents on our first day as a couple is kinda... As these random thoughts filled my head, Tsubaki just kept on looking at me with a smile. Well, stare and smile back! What?
京介くんって箸の持ち方変だよ。
Oh yeah? Show me.
あ、本当だ。
Ooh, bizarre enough to be called a bad kid over it. Now I definitely gotta see. Hey, it's not like I'm doing things the hard way or anything.
とかなんとか言ってこぼしてるよ。
Maybe he's just a messy eater. I could totally believe it.
口で取ってあげるね。
Oh, right in front of your family? What? In front of our parents? Tsubaki's father, along with Tsubaki herself, burst out laughing. Okay, so it was just a joke.
また京介くんのお茶目なところが見れたのでした。
Don't write about this in your diary, you hear? Kyosuke told me not to write about licking rice off his face in my diary. Period.
やだよ。京介くんの書を作ってあるんだから。
Only a chapter? Whoa, that's pretty scary. Damn, something must be wrong with me. You're glad you finally noticed, son. I just cannot function well in a warm environment like this one. Too homey for you? Excuse me, sir. Are you still using the soy sauce?
おいおい、お父さんでいいだろう。何を遠慮してるんだ。京介くんは趣味とかあるのかい？
Classical music. Huh? Pardon?
クラシックだよお父さん。
おお、ベートーベンだ。
Yeah. A couple others too.
知ってるよ。北島三郎とかだろ。
I'm not sure folk singer and classical are one and the same thing. How on earth am I supposed to answer that? Yeah, I'm also into computers and such. Tsubaki's father hit his palm with a fist.
あれだ、ミクシーだ。
Wait, was Twitter even a thing in this point in the year this story takes place? He looked so proud of himself that I couldn't bring myself to correct him. Something like that.
ねえお兄ちゃん、お兄ちゃんのお肉もらっていい？ほら、ひろあき。お肉ばっかり食べないで野菜も食べなさい。
にぎやかね。
あ、お母さん、起きたの？
You doing alright, ma'am?
椿に彼氏ができたって聞いて寝てられなくなったの。
Hello, my name is Izai Kyosuke. I'm sure we've already met, yeah?
知ってるわよ。椿がお世話になってます。私が病院に行った時は車で助けてくれたとか。
No. I explicitly remember you meeting her and the rest of the along with the rest of the family when we first came here. So why are we acting like this is the first time we've met? Please, I only called a taxi.
あの時すっごい頼りになったよ。お母さん、もっと京介くんに感謝してよ。命の恩人みたいなもんだよ。
And most likely also put it in danger, even if I wasn't exactly aware of it. Don't exaggerate now.
まあまあ、ありがたいことね。
Don't worry about it.
ところで、京介くんは趣味とかあるの？
Classical music.
それ今お父さんが聞いたよ。
母さん、ミクシーだって。
As my words left me, the phone rang. Excuse me for a moment. It's a call from a client.
なんだミクシーか
That's not how tweeting works.
お父さん、静かにしてよ。
おお、そうだな。電話だな。みんな静まれ。
What a unified family. I'll call back later. But what if it's Daddy?
あれ、いいの？
No, looks like they hung up.
ちょっと、みんなが騒がしくしてるからだよ。
ごめんね。
京介くんは忙しい人なんだから、今度から電話かかってきたときは静かにしてね。
はーい。
Apparently, neither her siblings nor her parents will go against her. Well, you don't have to worry about me. Let's just try to enjoy our time together. That doesn't sound like me at all. I know! It sounds better than you.
京介くん、ニコニコしてるよ。
ん？
こんな何にもないうちで楽しんでもらえて何よりだよ。
Oh, come on. Don't make me sad now. Right.
京介くんが楽しそうだと私も嬉しいな。
As she said these words, she brought rice-lined chopsticks to my mouth.
はい、食べて。
She's so sweet, she's giving me a toothache. Endure the pain. And chomp. Despite everything, even if they don't have a cent to their name, this family shines.
京介くん、一杯やるかい？
Sorry, I'm completely stuffed. Tsubaki busily changed her brothers' and sisters' clothes, washed them, and coaxed them to sleep. Only her father and I were left in the living room.
君には家のことだけじゃなくて、椿の面倒まで見てもらうことになったね。
The two of us going out has always become a pretense for our marriage. How is everything? Have your preparations for the big move been going smoothly?
大方終わってるよ。この今以外は殺風景なもんだよ。
You left the living room for last.
そうだね。ここは家族の団らんの場だからね。最後の砦というもんさ。
I can understand that, and it's also making me even sadder than I was before. His eyes wandered around the room, full of emotion. My gaze followed his. There are tear marks all over the tatami, and the walls all have holes.
いや、
Tear marks, excuse me.
懐かしいな。
Tsubaki's dad poured himself another drink.
ほら、あの木枠があるだろう。天井の。
Yeah, you mean the one that's a little darker than the rest?
焦げたんだよ。
He suddenly started laughing.
鍋をした時にね、椿がぼやを起こしてね。いや、あの時は大変だった。
Well, it was certainly serious enough to burn a wooden girder. So even Tsubaki can be careless.
椿はもともとうっかりしてるよ。でも、これだけの大所帯だろう。自分はしっかりしなきゃって思ってるんじゃないかな。
You say she was born careless like it's something special, but I hate to break it to you, sir, but being born careless is every child ever. You think? After that, Tsubaki's father went silent. Maybe he's normally a person who doesn't talk much.
京介くん、
Yes? Suddenly, he met my gaze.
ちょっといいかな。
Huh? I have a bad feeling about this. What if he plans to say he doesn't want to... No, he doesn't want to give up this house? Will he try to use me, his daughter's boyfriend, to get the house back?
君は あまり家族とご飯を食べてないんだろう。
You're not suggesting that you guys get together with my family and we all have a family get together eat out, do you? Because I can promise you that is the last thing I want that you guys will want to do. Did Tsubaki say that? He slowly shook his head.
さっきご飯を一緒に食べて気づいたんだ。君は僕が箸に手をつけるまでは決して食べ始めようとしなかった。
Did I do that? Must have been out of habit.
会食のマナーというやつかい。
Perhaps.
そういうのはうちでは必要ないよ。
Huh?
君は椿と同じくらいの年齢の男にしては随分と顔つきが違うね。
What's different about me?
全然違うよ。よく言われないかい。
Who knows? Hearing my muddled answer, Tsubaki's father unexpectedly sighed.
まあ、昔いろいろとあったんだろうし、今もいろいろあるんだろうね。困ったり、寂しかったりしたら、うちに来なさい。
Complicated feelings flooded my heart. What benefit can I receive from a penniless bunch like you? A loving family home, perhaps? You asshole? Yet, why would such an ordinary happy family reach out to someone like me? Because they care about you, despite being penniless? You asshole? I don't understand. And that is why you fail. But I don't have to understand it to realize how comfortable this feeling is.
借金のことだけど。
Yes. Finally, a subject in my element. How's it going? I imagine it must be difficult.
今、金策に走っているところなんだけど、近いうちにまた相談させてもらうかもしれないよ。
I understand. To tell you the truth, I'm not much better at handling subjects like this.
家族団らんみたいなのは苦手っていうのかい？
Maybe it is. I couldn't help but smile wryly. If only I met the people like me was when Mother and I were wandering. If there had just been one single, warm, passionate person like this. Wiping away the pointless delusion, I chatted with Tsubaki's father for a while. When I announced my departure, Tsubaki walked me to the door.
楽しんでもらえた？
Yeah. Again, I looked down and scratched my head. Does it always feel like this? I mean, the kidnapping just happened, so it must have disturbed the rhythm of the house. Is it normally like this?
そうだよ。うるさいかな？
No. What am I trying to say?
気に入ってくれたら毎日来てくれていいんだよ。
See you tomorrow then.
明日？
I thought that was an invitation. Tsubaki puffed out her cheeks.
嬉しいな。明日も会えるんだね。
There's no school tomorrow, so I'll make it happen somehow during a break from work.
お仕事手伝おうか？
Nah, I'll be fine. Anyway, don't you have things to do here?
私も合間縫って何とかするから。
Great then. I appreciate it. I started considering which tasks to give her. And come by tomorrow afternoon. You can do the same things as before.
京介くんの役に立つことが私の幸せだよ。
I can't believe she can actually spout lines that belong in a TV drama without even batting an eyelash.
そうだそうだ、京介くん。
Tsubaki suddenly waved me back. What?
うちの秘密の入り方、教えておこうと思って。
There's a secret entrance? Huh? Why do I have a feeling that this secret entrance might play an important role later?
どう？これで鍵がなくても入れるでしょ？
She showed me how to get in by putting specific pressure on the rickety back door. Wait a minute. Tsubaki shouldn't be telling outsiders about this.
さすがにね。でも、京介くんは特別だよ。お父さんに言わせれば、もう家族みたいなものだからね。私もそう思うし。
It's too early to talk about that.
いつでも来てほしいんだよ。
Aren't they about to move anyway? Alright, thanks. How about I sneak in during the night and scare you?
ああ、それ面白いね。そういうの弟たちが喜ぶと思う。
Jesus, there should be a limit to your defenselessness. See you tomorrow.
ああ、ごめんね、引き止めて。なんか、いつまでも喋っていたくて。でもね、京介くんが笑うと、とっても嬉しいよ。
Is it really that rare?
うん。
Come to think of it, when was the last time I laughed from my heart? Now that is just sad that you can't even remember the last time you've done that. See ya. She's really not eager to see me go. Hesitating for just a moment, Tsubaki pressed her body against mine. She grabbed the sleeve of my coat. What is it? Maybe she wants a goodbye kiss?
して。
Tsubaki closed her eyes, waiting for something. Definitely a kiss. My lips felt a moistness upon them, as if something had melted from within my heart. Then I would use the moistness upon thy lips and smooch them against hers.
ありがとう。
Tsubaki immediately pulled away.
じゃあね。気をつけて。
She almost tripped as she all but jumped back in their house. I don't quite know what to do with the warmth these people bring to my heart. Bask in it. Even though the night was freezing, it didn't snow on my way home. I'll leave it to you then.
任せて。すぐに終わらせるよ。
Just like last time, I asked her to organize some documents. After we're done here, let's go out to eat. Tsubaki obediently nodded. Since Tsubaki seems so eager to come today, I think I'll ask her to help more often. Then again, I think she'd probably disagree to anything I asked of her.
京介くん、コーヒー入れようか？
Yeah, that'd be great. She's quite clever and never complains. Pretty much the perfect assistant.
でも京介くん、お洗濯とかはちゃんとしてるんだね。
I can wash those just fine, thank you. Nah, not really.
ちょっと残念。私がしてあげたかったの。
I don't know what on earth it was making her so happy, but Tsubaki's face was filled with a smile the whole time. Well, have you tried looking in a mirror? Guarantee if you do, you'll find the answer to that question. After around 2 hours, the job was pretty much finished. Well then, why don't we head out?
ご飯作ってもいいよ。
No, I need to pick some things up while we're out anyway.
何買うのかな？ ついてっていい？
I was already planning to have you come with me. After cleaning up a bit, we left the apartment. So, what are you feeling as far as food goes?
なんだろう。
What about that restaurant we went to last time? Their lunch menu isn't half bad. They even have salmon, I think.
ごめん。本当はああいうところ落ち着かないんだ。
Oh. Yeah, I guess I can understand.
最近無理してたから背伸びしてたっていうか、洋服とかお化粧品とかそういうのは必要な分だけあればって本当は思ってるの。
Let's hit a low-key chain restaurant or something then.
いいね。家族連れも多いから楽しいしね。
Somewhere with noisy kids, you mean?
すっごく可愛いんだよね。見てるだけで時間なくなっちゃう。
Most of the time I just feel neutral about them. Indeed, despite the noise, it would make for a peaceful, restful experience. To you, perhaps. You know, I think what we're doing is normally called a date. After our late lunch, something was bugging me.
美味しかったね。楽しかったね。
Tsubaki had been looking delightedly at a baby in the seat behind me the whole time. The thing that's bothering me is the change in my frame of mind.
じゃあ600円かな。
Oh, yeah. I silently took her money. It's on me. It was on the tip of my tongue, but I swallowed it again.
どうしたの？
Be an entirely different situation if she just expected me to pay as the man in this relationship, but she's more than happy to go Dutch. Kinda makes me wonder what would happen if I decided to pick up her check. Then I'd be out 600 yen. Big whoop. I was surprised at myself for thinking along these lines. Let's go to the department store and look at some shoes. The phone rang right after I took her hand.
電話出てもいいよ。出ないの？
Why now of all times? With hesitation, I pressed the talk button. Hello? Yeah. I immediately covered my mouth with my hand to muffle my conversation. As I talked, I used my gaze and my hand to direct Tsubaki. To stop her from hearing the call, I intentionally pulled away from her. Tsubaki must have also understood my intentions, as she didn't attempt to close the distance as we walked. Yeah. Right, I'll try to take care of it. The call continued. Tsubaki followed me silently, her face not seeming the slightest bit dissatisfied. Yes, I apologize. Looks like this is going to drag on for a long time. Call me later! I'm on a date! I held out my hand like a repentant Buddhist, telling Tsubaki I was sorry.
気にしないで。
She spoke softly, with that radiant smile still on her face. With her considerate and well-meant blessing, I kept on talking. You're lucky I have such a patient sweetheart for a squeeze. The call was finally over. Phew.
お疲れ様。お仕事の電話でしょ？
Yeah. It's pretty serious, actually.
私に気にしないで、いつでも電話に出てね。
I'm sorry. I don't think calls that long will come around too often, though. After I pulled myself together, we walked over to the department store. We found most of what we were after.
いっぱい買ったね。
I learned this from an incredible person. It's for the best one that buys his daily necessities in a single trip. This way, one won't waste extra time.
覚えておくね。私、いつも足りなくなってから買ってるから。
Hey, are you going to be able to carry all that? You're just one girl, you know. Let me help you.
ありがとう。優しいな、京介くんは。
That wasn't why I asked, but...
買った靴、かっこいいね。
You're saying this because you want to know how much they cost.
バレちゃった？でも、かっこいいと思うのは本当だよ。結構な値段したでしょう。
Kinda. I may not say things like fashion starts at the feet, but I tend to spend a lot of money on shoes. They get scuffed easily.
なるほど。メモしておくね。京介くんのファッション講座でした。丸。
Tsubaki is right by my side. She responds with a smile to every last word that comes out of my mouth. When is your birthday?
Huh?
Never mind. No, ask her! I wanted to give her a present on her birthday, at least, but I was too embarrassed to bring it up. Take that embarrassment and swallow it into the deepest pit of your stomach and keep it there. After that, ask away. I'm going home now. There's still some work left.
夜にうち来るんでしょ？
I plan to.
じゃあ、後でね。
I'll walk you to the train station. After hearing that, Tsubaki revealed an innocent, childlike smile and took my hand. I went home, responded to some email, and called back some people who left messages on my answering machine. My mind wasn't on it, though. I had too much fun today. And I'm even going to Tsubaki's house soon. Is it okay to spend time on things like this? I might be going out with her right now, but what can I stand to gain from such a relationship? Well, everything I pretty much mentioned to you prior all the way up to this point. Happy family. Happy wife. From an economic perspective, spending money on having fun is a cost with no benefit. If you're having fun, then that is the benefit to the end of itself, is it not? Even so, I'll be joining that family for dinner again tonight. I'm in a great mood. I guess I could just think of it as a way to dispel stress. Thank you for having me over again.
何言ってるの？自分の家だと思っていいのよ。
As I feared, I was given a grand welcome.
京介くんもすっかり家族の一員だね。
She seems to really believe that. Where's your dad?
パパ大阪。
Osaka?
今日の始発で、なんかおじさんに会いに行くって言ってた。
Looking to raise funds, probably.
さあさあ、ご飯だよ。
The children sprang up from the other rooms. Surrounding a boisterous table, talking about matters of no importance, they managed to provide the atmosphere with an air of passion.
兄ちゃん、僕とお風呂入ろう。
Huh? Why me?
ダメ？
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's gotta get clean, but, you don't need me to help you with that, right? This kid doesn't even know the meaning of the word stranger.
こら、ひろあき。お兄ちゃんは忙しい人なの。
Says the girl carrying a load of laundry. No, it's alright.
本当？風邪ひかない？外寒いよ。
Well, I mean, if I wait a bit and completely dry out, I should be fine, right? I should be fine.
やった！じゃあ行こう！
Hiroki dragged me into the changing room in a sprint. It was a narrow, dirty bathroom. A good number of the tiles on the floor were starting to peel off. The gas here clearly had trouble keeping the water hot.
僕とお兄ちゃんどっちが大きいかな？
Why are we having this conversation? If I'm smaller than you, I'll kill myself. His big, endearing eyes warmed my heart. Exactly like Tsubaki's.
体洗って。
Oh, sure. With a soapy sponge, I helped him wash his entire body.
今度は僕が。あれ？
Looking at my stomach, Hiroki tilted his head.
なんか赤くなってるよ。ミミズさんいるの？
Well, if there's a worm in my stomach, I should probably go see a doctor about that. Oh, you noticed. I was taken back to something that happened a long time ago. Back in the days when I wandered with Mom. That scar was from a box cutter, after a bunch of heartless demons cornered me on the streets. I can only imagine what exactly happened. Can you keep this a secret from your sister?
なんで？
Just do it. Promise me.
わかった。
It was natural for an underprivileged kid like me to be bullied. At the time, I didn't feel any anger or sadness. It's not even a big scar. If Tsubaki found out about it, she'd start worrying over nothing.
お兄ちゃんの背中、おっきいね。
Suddenly, something tickled my back. Hey!
京介くん、ここに着替え置いておくからね。
Thank you! Thanks. Alright, Hiroki, let's count to 10 and then get dry and dressed. The so-called change of clothes happened to be underwear and pajamas that belonged to Tsubaki's father.
狭かったでしょう。ゆっくり湯に浸かれた？バッチリ。
I have yet to determine whether or not I'm going to kill myself yet, though.
ひろあきに聞いてないの。
Oh, don't be rude.
僕お兄ちゃん大好き。明日も一緒に入って。
We'll see, kid. It's been a long time since I've taken a bath with someone. Wait, was this the first time I've had one with someone other than my parents?
何か飲む？
Sure. Tsubaki always seemed to be thinking of me. After my quiet answer, she scurried off to the kitchen, leaving only her footsteps to break the tranquility of the evening. I've been taking things really leisurely recently. I don't know why, but my head hasn't hurt at all in the past 2 days. Well, I'd consider that to be a very good thing. I stretched out on the floor. Even though this isn't my home, I have a peace of mind here that allows me to forget all my worries. Huh? Oh, I must have dozed off for a moment.
京介くん、起きた？
Am now. Did I fall asleep?
今日泊まっていく？
Tomorrow's a day off after all. Tsubaki left my side at my groggy reply.
待ってて、布団用意するね。
Oh, thanks. I'm horribly tired. When I close my eyes, it feels like my entire body's floating in the air.
疲れてるんだね。
Tsubaki's face was before mine.
ん？
This home. This meaningless, nonsensical sleep talk. Wait, the demolition's already been scheduled.
うん。
I hear they're putting up a hotel.
そうなんだ。どうして知ってるの？
I wasn't able to answer Tsubaki's question. You don't really want to move, do you?
そうだね。
Of course you wouldn't.
でも、いつだったか、京介くんが言ったように、新しい場所でも、いくらでも思い出は作れるから。
That's a good attitude.
それでも、すごく寂しいけどね。ここは物心ついた時からずっと住んでたから、それがなくなっちゃうっていうのは、すごく寂しいよ。
I'm sorry.
何が？
Nothing. Never mind. Is this environment intoxicating me?
変な京介くん。日記に書いておこうっと。
I'm gonna steal that diary of yours.
ダメだよ。
Let me see it.
そんなに見たいの？
Yeah. Tsubaki let out a tiny panicked noise, like that of a mosquito. Don't compare her to a mosquito.
いいよ。
Alright, let's see it then.
ダメだよ。
Then when?
私に何かあった時。
Well, let's hope nothing ever does happen to you. Huh?
私に何かあった時は、この日記をどこか目のつく場所に置いておくから。
Come on, don't talk like that. Sounds like a last will and testament. It was a meaningless conversation, but it brought a shred of warmth to my heart. My eyelids grew heavier.
京介くん？
I'm not even sure if I responded to her or not. In a home where the residents were about to be chased out, I quickly fell asleep.
ずっと一緒にいてね。
Come on, man. You got enough money in that little safe of yours here to help them buy their home back. Give it to them. Damn the consequences. It's been a week since I started going out with Tsubaki. During that time, I visited her home numerous times to eat dinner for family. Tsubaki's siblings all call me Oni-chan. True to their word, they already treat me like an honest-to-God member of the family. It was the night before their big move that Tsubaki's father called me over. What did you say?
よかったよ。本当によかったよ。
What? What's going on?
いやー、みんなには心配かけたね。
After hearing the good news, the entire family was exuberant. You managed to borrow 50 million yen.
僕のいとこが大阪で事業をやっていてね。昔ちょっとした喧嘩で仲違いしていたんだが、
Must be profoundly generous, man. This is utterly unthinkable. Was it a mistake to forgo investigating the economic status of their relatives?
いとこは無利子無担保で全額貸してくれるそうでね。
Gonzo's not...
本当に助かったよ。
Gonzo's not gonna be happy to hear about this. He said oh. How can something so stupid happen? I mustered all my strength and swallowed the sentence before it burst out. Even amongst family, to think that there would be a person who would lend an astronomical sum, such as 50 million yen, to people who clearly won't be able to pay it back. It's like throwing all that money into the gutter. Well, gee, thanks. Way to go. I mean, fuck. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what they think. That they're throwing their money into the gutter that is Tsubaki's family. Then again, if you consider Tsubaki's father's character, it's not impossible.
お父さん、すごいね。なんだろう、人徳っていうのかな。
おいおい、おだてるなよ。俺でも土下座してお願いしてきたんだ。おかげでもう一子には頭が上がらん。
Wow, now, to think your loan is actually repaid. Tsubaki's father borrowed 50 million from a company I introduced to him. Clearing the debt means he gets the collateral back. In other words, he gets to keep his land. Alternatively, one could describe the situation thusly. My entire plan has been ruined.
いや、京介くん、君には新しい住居まで用意してもらってなんだが、やっぱり僕には畑仕事があっててね。
僕もこのお家好き。
The family overflowed with joy, yet there I was swamped with regret. You won't run into any issues with the interest? Unwilling to resign, I asked a question.
もちろんだよ。やっぱり町金融は高いね。持つべきものは親戚を含めた家族だよ。
It's over. How will I answer to Sano? The Azai Corporation's reputation will suffer a monstrous blow from this. No, company be damned. The most terrifying thing of all is Gonzo. And I have to go report this to him.
ここが一番落ち着くよね。京介くんもそう思わない？
Yes. Sure.
誘拐犯みたいな悪魔もいれば、おじさんみたいな神様もいるんだね。
Tsubaki, who couldn't possibly understand my feelings at the moment, was laughing and talking with energy. Her whole family was laughing so innocently. That smile, those smiles, is that what draws angels to their aid? Amongst the crowd of happy faces, mine alone bore a false smile. Oh boy, here we are. Well, something tells me I might need to go see a dentist after this. My lips trembled as I reported the information to Gonzo. He had listened silently on my report, but at long last, he slowly opened his mouth.
怒ってしまったものはどうしようもない。
I apologize. This is all because of my negligence.
どれくらいの損害が出る？
It won't be clear until I perform a thorough damage analysis. The worst case scenario involves the canceling of our contract with Sano Corporation, which implies we'd be doing business as peddling barefooted from now on.
お前は最善の策を練った。そうだな。
Yes, sir.
お前はなすべきことをなした。そうだな。
Yes, sir.
で、お前は何をしていた？
I immediately fell speechless.
なぜもっと調べをつけておかなかった？
Fuck. He's hit it dead on.
金に困った家畜は親でも売る。血を分けた兄弟から無心する。そんなことをお前が知らんとは思えんが。
I was careless.
この野郎、ふぬけてやがったな。
Me? He glared harshly at me with bloodshot eyes containing the dregs of anger.
女か。
My spine froze.
そうか。よりによってその家族の娘に入れ込んだか。
Fuck. Nothing could be hidden from Gonzo. I lowered my head, like a prisoner awaiting his execution.
京介、
The beast groaned softly.
飲みに行くぞ。
Huh? My worst fears began to tear at my innards.
俺のおごりだ。
Those fears manifested in the form of my quivering fingertips. Soon after, I was riding downtown in Gonzo's car. The man himself didn't say a thing as we drove along. He only stared at the hungry, lustful neon signs. The driver's eyes were wide open, silently screaming to me in fear for the rear-view mirror. His fingers on the wheel, his wide shoulders covered by a suit jacket. His entire body seemed so rigid. He was deeply afraid of Gonzo tonight. Well, hey, that's something you and I have in common, good sir. The air in the high-end club we went to downtown was saturated with heat, cigarette smoke, and an insane lust for money. The moment Gonzo and his entourage showed their faces, their normal customers all fled like scared rabbits toward the exit. There are around 10 people here, each with an atrocious, horrific face. All of them surrounding Gonzo. Looking around, there were only tight perms, slickbacks, crew cuts, and baldies. And as if there was some social norm or law about it, everyone was wearing vulgar decorations.
全員揃ってるな。
Gonzo looked around the floor with his sharp eyes.
今日はめでたい日だ。飲め。
Gonzo laughed, and in contrast, shivers ran across the angry faces of those around him.
息子の京介に初めてまともな女ができた。
Serpentine glares from all 10 people concentrated on me.
本当ですか、坊ちゃん。仇の娘さんですかい？
The one calling me son is the underboss of the organization, Horibi. He stands as number 2 within the group, but there's an immense difference in power between him and Gonzo, the man at the top.
いや、驚きましたよ、親父。急なお呼びでしたから、てっきり勝ち込みかと思いました。
This huge, bald man happens to be the former professional wrestler, Grizzly Ijima. He was chased out of the sport after half-killing his production owner in a crime of passion, and is said to have been wandering the streets when he was picked up by Gonzo. Ever since then, he's been Gonzo's bodyguard. Gonzo almost always keeps him at his side when he goes out.
お前らも日々忙しいのは重々承知している。こんな要件に付き合わせて悪かったな。
とんでもない。坊ちゃんのためなら、てめえらいくらでも駆けつけます。なあ、お前ら！
Horibi's inquiries and shouts served to synchronize everyone's opinions.
だそうだ、京介。
Having the topic suddenly turn to me made me want to instinctively curl up. I'm glad that everyone can be here today to celebrate with me. This is the only thing I can say. Everyone held up their cups and cheered. High-grade alcohol, stuff going for 200,000 yen per bottle, was brought to the table. Jesus. Everyone in the family downed their drinks in the order of their power. Here and there, the sound of insults mixed with cheers as they clinked glasses. I was seated at the seat of honor, forced to calmly deal with each and every wicked face in the crowd. The amount of cigarette smoke in the air was like murder on my lungs.
てめえ、親は息災か。
After a while, Gonzo asked a question to the man in charge of pouring the drinks. The moment Gonzo opened his mouth, the crowd, which had been so loud only a moment ago, ceased all sound. No matter how insignificant his sentence was, it was enough to turn the savage lions into cowardly kittens.
自分の親は自分が3つの時にくたばりましたが、それが何か。
The man was terrified, as if he committed a blunder.
そうか。堀部は
自分は親父もご存知の通り今無所にいるはずですが。
飯島んとこは
自分とこはもともとあっちの国の馬ですから、今頃本国で畑でも耕してるんじゃないんですかね。
そうか。
Gonzo repeated the same question to everyone in the room. Every last one of them had some family problem. Well, how about that? Something we all have in common. One's father disappeared. Another's mother became a prostitute. One man went to juvie after stabbing someone. A few were forced to pay back someone else's debt. Several had used drugs to escape reality. And practically all of them had their lives destroyed by some drinking or gambling habit.
おいおい、ここにいるのはろくでなしばかりか？
Vulgar laughter permeated the room. It was a dark laugh of self-abandonment, telling me that they'd accepted the fact that life has given up on them.
不幸なことだとは思わないか、京介。
Yes. Everyone here already knows his place. Not one thinks his life has been unfortunate. They can no longer accept pity from anyone. No one here has hope that this world will become fair. They know only this, the primary rule of survival. Corner the weak and obey those with might. The word family probably doesn't mean much to anyone following such a law. Nevertheless, Gonzo brought together the deep creases on the brow of his open-hearted face as he said,
だが、俺たちは違うよな。
At that, everyone's faces tightened. I finally realized Gonzo's true intentions. Gonzo slowly surveyed everyone in the group, choosing finally to settle those eyes in the unending darkness they bear on me.
俺たちは家族だよな。
His eyes threatened me, preventing me from saying yes or no. His next line sounded like it had been taken straight from a family drama, yet it felt more akin to a scene in a dark novel when passing through Gonzo's mouth.
家族は裏切らないな。
Yes! Everyone answered with a voice so loud, it was as if they were trying to fill the club. Gonzo smiled with satisfaction. A trained dog won't howl at the wrong time.
京介、よかったな。
Yes. The sensation of falling into a bottomless swamp rushed toward my heart. Gonzo had just proclaimed for all these people that he won't let me escape. Betrayal means death. That is the law of blood that Gonzo and I share. This swamp has no bottom. Endless fathoms await me. Gonzo hounds me with that cruel mind of his.
おい、例のものを京介にくれてやれ。
One of the people around him moved. After a few minutes, a black briefcase was presented to me. Everyone present was staring at its contents with greed.
5000ある。
The 10,000 yen bills were all neatly lined up.
お前には今まで何か与えたことが一度もなかっただろう。
Fear burned the bottom of my heart. From the eyes of an outsider, this just looks like a father celebrating with his son. But since Azai Gonzo is a textbook case miser, there's no chance of that.
受け取れ。これで借金も少しは減るな。
An unpleasant sweat coated my skin. My stomach ached. Everyone threw their odd gazes at Gonzo. The father that has never given an allowance before now picked an occasion worth celebrating to give an astronomical sum to his son. It's enough of a performance. As long as we follow this great man, there's no need to worry about money. Thus, their loyalty is renewed.
坊ちゃん、おめでとうございます。いやー、いいお父さんを持ちましたね。
How can I be happy? If I accept this 50 million, then I've received Gonzo's favor. How many fortunes will I have to earn before I can repay this?
どうした？遠慮するな。
Gonzo's cruelty and cunning has made me an offer I can't refuse. Everyone here is holding his breath, waiting for that moment, the climax of the celebration. A refusal would disgrace the boss. Everyone would turn their fangs towards me. Once again, I felt a mix of respect and fear for being known as Azai Gonzo, Azai Gonzo. Thank you very much, Father. Gonzo is still staring at me, as if probing, waiting for my next sentence. I will spend my life repaying this kindness. Gonzo brought the corner of his mouth nearly to his ear.
いいぞ、京介。お前はできた息子だ。
Like a released arrow, the beasts rose their voices in cheer. The 50 million he gave me is heavy in my arms. The money I just received so easily was enough to save Tsubaki's family. But to me, right here in this club, it's certainly not worth the same amount. I can't possibly see this as worth the same amount. The dark feast continued until dawn. Tsubaki and her ilk could do nothing but bemoan their fate now. I sealed my heart for good this time, once again submitting to the role of Azai Gonzo's prized livestock. I knew it was gonna happen, but I didn't think it would. I knew something like this was gonna happen, but I didn't think it happened quite this quick. I need to rethink my strategy. No matter what I have to do, I absolutely must force Tsubaki's family to move out. This is Kyosuke. Hello. I apologize for calling you at this time. Actually, I got into direct contact with Sanao Corporation's Mr. Someya. I don't know why, but the director of senior management has been personally entrusted to look over this matter. Mao is doing, I'm sure. It's like receiving an imperial decree. No matter what, the Azai Corporation must fulfill this request. That's the whole story. I was hoping we could discuss this and possibly extend the deadline a few more days.
いいえ、もう結構ですよ。他を当たらせていただきますので。
Someya's reaction was surprisingly cold. Someone else, you say?
ご心配なく。親衛会の方にもいくらかコネクションがありますから。
Shinye is a powerful organization within the Soa Alliance. Its influence takes a close second behind Gonzo's Soniyama group. Right now, it's still a group consisting of stubborn militarists. They're always at odds of Gonzo's economic focus. Even in my worst nightmares, I wouldn't have thought that our business would be stolen by them. 2 weeks. No, can you give me 10 days? I swear to you, I will meet and exceed your expectations.
と言われましても、 浅井工業さんは荒っぽい手口は好まれないのでしょう。せっかくその道のプロにお願いして我々としても大船に乗ったつもりだったのですが。
Oh, fuck me. If you request it next time.
今後は
This asshole. We won't hesitate to use more extreme methods.
なるほど。では1週間お待ちしましょう。
This asshole is one hell of a veteran when it comes to these things. For all I know, he'd never even talked with Shanae. Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to continue working with you. Damn it. Even though I said that to Mr. Someya, I'm still at square one. From today on, we'll send a few threatening phone calls and disturbing visits their way. Still, in this modern age, it's too dangerous to force them to move. If things go wrong, I'll end up in the slammer. No, wait. Perhaps I could lay a little groundwork with the police's jurisdiction beforehand. That way, no matter how much fuss Tsubaki's family makes, the police won't act. Of course, this is different from avoiding a speeding ticket. It would require substantial cash. On the other hand, perhaps I could get a hold of a weakness of theirs. I worked long into the night analyzing illegal, contemptible acts. During that time, Tsubaki's smiling face surfaced in my mind again and again. Again and again, I'd feel her warmth in my arms. But every time, Gonzo's reward and the abhorrent faces of those 10-odd men stilled my heart once more. It's me. I want you to dig around a bit. Try to make it a section chief or something from the prefectural or metropolitan police department. That night, there wasn't time to sleep. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end things here. I'm just really dreading what's undoubtedly right around the corner. Poor Tsubaki. She and her family just can't catch a break. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this latest episode of The Devil on G-String. If you did and you want to see more content from me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Hopefully, an opportunity to get everybody out of this latest mess that we're walking into will present itself next time, but somehow, I doubt it will. At least in the next episode, but I guess we'll see. At any rate, take care, guys.